Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Planet for Tech. I hope you all are doing great and learning lots by watching all the continuous episode of this series Laravel Beginner to Master. So guys, till now we have completed 7 episode of this series, and today in episode 8 I am going to describe you some new concept. Instead of saying concept, we can say it new uh, trick, or you can say the tool what we are going to integrate today. So in the today's episode I am going to describe you how we can integrate Paytm payment gateway in our Laravel 9 project. So as we know, like, there are different payment gateways available in a market. So few of them are like Roger Pay and CC Avenue and PayUmoney and like that. There are lots of payment gateway. So out of them, Paytm is more trending right now, and the reason behind this is Paytm takes very less amount for every transaction, so that is why it is more preferable among the different stakeholders. So businessmen trying to reduce their online transaction costs. That is why Paytm is the first choice nowadays. So now let's start. So there are few steps, and we have to follow those steps to integrate the Paytm payment gateway in Laravel 9 project. So guys, to make this video not like lengthy, to make it short, I have already prepared the steps, what steps we have to follow. So there are total 8 steps we have to follow to integrate the Paytm payment gateway in a Laravel 9 project. So those steps I have already done the coding, and I have already uploaded that coding in a Google Drive. So this is the link I have already shared with you. I will share this link in a description of this video. So from there you can download the already coding part, and from there once you will download, you can extract it, and after extracting you will find those codes there. So you can use those codes by following these steps. So these are the 8 steps we have to follow. The only thing you have to remember, before starting these steps, you have to download this complete set of files. Then only you can understand what these steps we are going to understand. So guys, let me create the new fresh Laravel project, so that in that only we can understand how this payment gateway works. So let me create that new project in a by using the command prompt. So this folder, practice folder I have. So I'm going to create new Laravel project here. So for that I have to write Laravel new, and the project Paytm integration. So this project I am going to create right now. So guys, you can see here the new Laravel project is created, and let me switch to that folder, cd Paytm integration. Let me clean it, and let me check is it working or not. PHP artisan serve. So I think it is working. Yes, it is working here. You can see. So now in this fresh Laravel project, I am going to describe you the top steps one by one. So the first step is you have to download the file. After download, you have to extract these files. Once you will extract it, so the file looks like, let me share you. So those file look like yes, you can see here. So once you will extract it, so you will be able to see this folder there. So there will be 4 folder: config folder, custom folder, public folder, views folder, and the steps here I have mentioned in the notepad. And apart from this, there is one Paytm controller. So these files you will find there in the same zip file, once you will extract it. Now let's start the steps. So the first step is what? Put custom folder inside the app folder. It means we have to copy and paste this folder, this custom folder inside the, let me create one more here. So this is our practice folder, PayTM integration. So what we have to done here, so the first step is we have to copy the custom folder inside the app folder. So this one I'm going to do. This is the first step. So let's see, we have this custom folder, just copy it and put it inside the app folder. This is done. And after this, you have to follow second step. So in the second step, I have mentioned put views PayTM folder inside the resources view PayTM. It means we have to copy that resources that views related to PayTM, and we have to copy it from our code to the Laravel project. So we know like in Laravel, all the views stay inside the resources folder. So in the resources folder, there is a views folder. Here we have to paste that folder. So this is the second step we have done. Now the third step is what? We have to put the config file, PayTM configuration file inside the config folder of the Laravel project. So let me do it. So here you can see we have that config file. So this PayTM.php config file, we have to copy it and we have to put it inside the Laravel config folder. So I have done here, you can see. So this way three steps are done. Now the step fourth is what? We have to create one route. These three routes we have to create inside web.php. So let me make it. How we can create it, just see. So these three routes we have to create inside web.php. So let me start my project. This is the another project actually. Let me close it and let me open the new folder. This practice folder you can see, but we don't want that practice folder. Actually, we want folder other PayTM integration. So this folder, let me open it. Yes, it is open. Now in the web.php file, we have to create those routes related to the payment gateway, PayTM payment gateway. So this is PayTM routes, you can say. So these routes we have created here. So these routes are nothing but for PayTM Pay Now and the PayTM status and PayTM results. So after creating these routes, you have to follow the next step. So the next step is, you can see here, we have to put PayTM controller.php. This PayTM controller.php we have to create, or you can say we have to copy this uh, in the app http controller folder. So let me copy it. So you can see here we have the PayTM controller. Just I need to copy it from here to app http controllers. Here I have to copy it. So this part I have done. Now what is the next step? Next step is the step number 6. So in the step number 6, we have to write few environment in the env file. So this environment I am going to write in the env file. So this is our env file. At the end of this we can write this environment. So this is just to let us know like what environment of a PayTM key we are going to use. So PayTM provides the API or key for staging environment and for production environment. So in a today's in this demonstration, I am going to use their staging environment configuration details. That is why I am mentioning here PayTM environment is equal to staging. Now let's see the next step. So next step is step 7 here. So in the step 7 what we have to do, put public PayTM inside the public PayTM. So there is one uh, JavaScript file. This JavaScript file is provided by PayTM side itself. So that file we have to put inside the public folder only. So let me do it. So in the public folder you will find one JavaScript PayTM folder. Simply just copy this PayTM folder and put it there in the public folder. So this way guys, this part also done. Now let's move to the next step, that is check this on the browser. Now we are going to check all the integration on the browser. Might be there will be one or two errors, so that error we can fix once we will get those errors on the browser. Now in the browser I'm going to show you is it working or not. So here I have done that, but it is showing PayTM controller does not exist. It means in the route file we have just copied that uh, route, so that is why it is not available. So we have to add the reference for this controller. So let me add it here. So this is PayTM controller. You can see now the reference is added. So this time it will not show that error. So let me show you. Yes, correct. It is showing here, it is loaded here. So see, I'm going to pay 1 rupee. So this view you will get. So all these views are inside the PayTM views, what I have copied and pasted from there. Now click on the Pay Now button. So once I will click the Pay Now button, it will redirect to the other side. Let me check why this is showing like that. It is not working because it is giving some error. You can see here cannot read the property undefined property. So let me see why this is showing like that. So guys, you can see here under this config folder, we have that paytm.php file, and in that we have to provide the merchant ID and the merchant key. Then only it will work, otherwise not. So how we can find that merchant ID and merchant key? So for that we need to go to the developer side of the Paytm. So let me mention here from where we can get it. In the browser I'm going to browse development developer.paytm.com. So this URL you have to visit first, and from there you will get it. So once you have to log in here. So after login, guys, you must remember you should have the uh, business account of Paytm. Then only you will be able to see this payment gateway details. Going to login, and after login, you can see in the bottom side, in the left side, there are menus. So here you can see one menus is there. So let me show you developer settings. You can see here. So in the developer settings, there is a one API keys. So that API keys we can use there. So let me show you that here the API keys. So we have test APIs detail and the production API detail. So this is the production, but right now it is not yet activated for me. But for me, the products staging one is activated. So from here you have to copy these details and you have to put it there in the key and the merchant ID. So the first one is the merchant ID. Here I have to put it. Then after I have to copy the merchant key here. So this one I copied it. Now I'm going to check it, is it working or not. So guys, you can see now it is working. It just showing the pop-up. for collecting the payment. Now I'm going to put any testing card number here. So how we can find this testing card details? So that detail also you will find here itself. You can see testing documentation and developer integration guide. So you have to go to this testing documentation. So from there you will find the testing account, testing card number. So card number you can use any Visa card number, whatever you have. So guys, for now I'm going to use and my credit card details here. But the expiry date and CVV you don't have to provide exact one. You can pass any future date. So let me pass the future date 12 2000 for you can say 23, and the CVB randomly you can pass any number. So I am passing 123 only. You can check it. It is your choice. Let me pay here, pay 1. So you can see it is redirecting to the payment. So now you can see this is the demo bank because we are using the staging account detail, and here we can see the payment is successful. So once you will click here successful, so it will give you the details. Oh, it's showing the page expired page. Let me check why it is showing page expired. Ideally, it should not show like that. This is showing because this this URL is not excluded from CSRA protection. That is why it is showing 419. So what it does actually when we return from the Paytm payment gateway, so Paytm posts some data to this callback URL. So in this callback URL, post method is getting called because in the route itself you can see we have mentioned there is one. Here you can see Paytm result. So Paytm result is what? Post method. So this is the callback URL. So Paytm is just posting some data here in the particular URL. That is why it is showing that for CSRF issue. So how we can exclude that URL from CSRF? So let me show you. Just copy this URL and you have to go to the CSRF protection. Let me show you that we can see under the providers, you can see there should be one moment. Here you can see under the HTTP there is a middleware. In the middleware, verify CSRF token is there. So in that there is a one method accept. So here we have to pass it like this. So it will exclude this URL. So let me show you this example once again. I'm going to uh, reload the same. So you can see here now it is showing all the details. This is the details coming from the Paytm side after successful transaction. So this way guys you can integrate this Paytm payment gateway in your Laravel project. Now I'm going to describe you the coding part, why what I have done here to achieve this part of uh, payment gateway integration. So let me describe you one by one what I have done here, because I have shown you by copying the code but not described you. So let me describe you the coding part as well. So guys, first of all, you have to create one controller. So you can see in my screen, inside the controller, there is one Paytm controller. So in this controller, we have to write some methods like this construct I have written because I have to call this particular library. So this library I have already added here in the custom folder. You can see we have already added a SpyTech Paytm. This is the library I have created here, and it is a wrapper method, not a library. It is a wrapper method, and it is reading the information, reading the environment file. You can see PayTM environment file. From PayTM environment file, it is reading the details. In the same way, you can see here PayTM merchant ID. So this is reading from the config folder. Inside the config folder, there will be one paytm.php. From there, it is reading the merchant ID. So let me show you. This is the config folder. Inside this, we have already pasted one file here, paytm.php. So in that paytm.php, these details we are having here. So this merchant ID and merchant key and other information, it is reading from here only, and after reading it is utilizing those details here in the body part. So once this configuration loaded, so this library is ready to use, and this is the custom curl method I have written here. So you can find these all codes in the shared link. So from this link, you can download it. I am going to share this link in my video description. So from there, you can find the code base, and you can understand by exploring one by one file. And you can see I have added one view file here. You can see in the resource folder there is a one views and a Paytm. So we have three views. One is the pay now. So this is the pay now screen, this is the result screen, and this is the status screen. So guys, this way we can see the status of payment as well. Now let me show you the route. So I have already shown you, like, there we have created three routes. So those routes are, you can see here. So these routes are Paytm Pay Now, Paytm Status, Paytm Result. So these three different routes calling different method of the same controller. That Paytm controller is having three methods: Pay Now, Status, and Result. So Pay Now, the screen first time what we get, right, that is the Pay Now. After the payment, there is a callback method. So that callback is coming here in the itself. Here it is coming like that. So this callback method is defined, initialized in the resource pay now. Let me show you. Here you can see in the pay now screen, we have this complete view. So this is the pay now page. So this pay now page is getting loaded from the controller, that is the Paytm controller. So from there you can see we have initialized this there. This is the controller. Now you can see here. So this is what we have passing here. So this is the Paytm result. So this is the callback URL. So whenever the Paytm payments get succeed, and after that it is posting the result to this particular callback URL. So that is why it is coming there. So guys, you have to make sure you are going to exclude your callback URL from, you can say, from CSRF verifier. So let me make this step here. The ninth step is step 9: exclude CSRF protection for this callback URL. For this callback URL, you have to exclude it. Let me make it here. So this 9 step, guys, you have to follow. I'm going to attach this note, and that link also I'm going to share. From there you can download it and you can integrate it. Once you have done so, don't forget to like and share this episode. And if you have any question, any query, so you can ask that question in the comment section. And if you are new for this channel, so don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can see the notification for upcoming videos. So thank you guys, thank you for watching and supporting us here. Thank you.